To me, this is a coffee. It's, I don't know, there's something going on, more to it now. I think there's such a contrast between the last one, which is so distinctive and powerful, that
Yeah,
it's a nice coffee. It's right. It's straightforward. Has some floral and sweet fruit notes.
I'm asking myself, is this darker roasted? Is it?
Good point. I think it is. Yeah. I don't know whether it's darker roasted than the number one.
Well, maybe number one, but definitely darker roasted than number 3.
Numbers 2 and 3.
2 and 3, yeah. Both of those are lighter roasted, and
I don't get any roasty notes, but it's
yeah, it's not quite roasty. I'm not quite saying that, but
it's just. But no, it's a good point. It's fuller and with fewer high notes. I'm getting the usual kind of caramel, chocolate. Sort of. Yeah, some chocolate, some sort of dark chocolate.
yeah,
But there's some nice fruit,
Yeah.
like some very ripe peach or apricot. Apricot, I think. And it's a layered.
yeah.
It's layered. There's which again might be an indication of a slightly darker roast. That it's you can move up and down in the aroma and find somewhat different notes.
Get a sip.
The acidity tastes a little slightly sourish to me. Not as sweet as it could be. Acidity, by the way, as you know, is a kind of a complex sensation that partakes both of tartness and sweetness, and maybe a little bitterness sometimes. The finish seems pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of a burned rubbery thing in there. Yeah.
Running into.
That's sort of bringing down the fruit.
Well, let's put it this way. It's hard to, when you use the phrase burned rubbery, that just doesn't sound like an accolade.
I'm sorry. No, but I shouldn't. That's an overstatement. I said a little. But that it finishes sweet.
Mm-hmm.
The sweetness stays at the end.
Yeah, it's got a nice finish.
And so I wouldn't push that a little bit, but there's something a little holding down the fruit potential.
Yeah, it's got something in there that's happening midway that I kind of wish wasn't. But
the finish is sweet. It's a little drying, I won't say astringent because it's not astringent, but a little drying that some people might enjoy. I don't care for it too much. I'm a sweet finishing.
I like sweet.
The mouth feels pretty good. It has that little drying edge, but it's substantial, smooth, rather full mouthfeel. And I think you're right, the roast is, this is probably, again, it could be any one of 3 things. It could be a Kona style blend, it could be a Kona blend, or it could even be a 100% Kona from a larger mill and roaster. It strikes me as a coffee that kind of hotels and restaurants have a difficult time because of the polarization of taste and roasts
Yeah.
among consumers.
Yeah.
So you have these very kind of hip consumers who are into lighter roasts and so on, and you have people who've always drunk Pete's or Starbucks or lesser
Yeah.
dark roasts, and they expect a dark roast. So it's possible that this coffee is trying to walk the line
Well,
and be a kind of a not offend either camp.
what I was wondering, and I could be totally off, but what I was wondering is, as I was tasting, is this a post-blended lighter and darker roast coffee?
I doubt it.
No? Okay.
No. I mean, I think that's a good guess, Kevin. In other words, you have sometimes
Yeah.
when blenders do that, the two tend to kind of cancel one another out. You would think it would add to the complexity. That's usually the roast master's goal. But I find that it often doesn't. They just sort of sit on one another. And the full potential of the coffee is not revealed because of the confusion of the two of various sensations. But it's an expensive process, really. You have to roast and then blend, and typically it could be done fairly widely, but it's not done very widely in specialty coffee.
You're right.
If it is, it's done elsewhere.
Yeah. This is a...
Are we ready to reveal this one? What else
sure.
do you have to say about it?
No, I do have it. I'm happy to reveal it. This is a 30% Kona blend from a roaster called the Coffee Store, but really they're MauiCoffee.com. And by the way, my understanding is a significant, perhaps the majority of that 70% that's non-Kona is Maui coffee. And when I started looking around for coffees, I found there was, I was looking for a 30% Kona. Jason and I had talked about it, and this is one that I found that was, and it was interesting to find out.
Look at the company. Is it Maui grown?
No, it's just it is. Hold on. Let's see.
I'm talking about the company.
Yeah.
Name.
It's MauiCoffee.com. Just Maui Coffee, and it's the Coffee Store is the name of their. Looks like their company, but it's Artesian Roasters. MauiCoffee.com is the.
Well, in Maui. Yeah. Well, the coffee is grown in Maui in two locations. There's a large farm that's right near the coast, Kanapali, where a lot of the tourist development is. It's just in back of the tourist development. And it's a large farm, and it's run very, very well by a man named Kimo Faulkner, a great guy. And they produce pretty good coffee. It's lower grown coffee, though. Of course, it's right by the coast. And then there are a lot of smaller farms up on Haleakala on the side of the volcano, up in a very nice agricultural area. They grow a lot of fruits and vegetables and also coffee. So I haven't been there in a long time. So I don't know about that area very well, but it could be that this is a company that's headquartered. Does it give a name of a town for the headquarters?
I'm going to try to find out a little more about them. Here we are. Founded in 1974. I thought I saw his name, and this is a person I talked to as well. They say they're on Lilikoi Road, Haiku, Hawaii. And I thought I saw a name on here, but I'm not.
Well, it's probably not that large farm that I was talking about. It's probably
one of the smaller ones.
It could be a fairly large farm. I don't know what's been happening there. A lot more coffee has been coming out of that area in Maui. So, at any rate, it's a nice coffee. Does it declare itself in terms of roast style?
I mean, it does say medium on the, I believe, on the package somewhere. He said it's his best-selling blend.
I think the dominant characteristics of this coffee, doesn't come necessarily from the presence of the Kona, probably. It comes from the skill of the blender and the roast, which is a slightly darker, a nice but slightly darker roast. We say on the cusp of dark. It doesn't get there.
No.
It doesn't. If you're roasting by the artisan method, that means that it hasn't reached the second crack. It's just sort of nudging up towards that point. And it's a nice roast. And I think some people would prefer this coffee to any of the others, even number 3. I don't know. That number 3 is quite a coffee.
My last sip here. Let's see.
Yeah.